to the spot. Baby got a drop. Cause in the mix. Oh, yeah, with the shit. Yeah, flexing like we rich. Hit him with the stick. Yeah, I'm a king. Goons on my six, yeah.
Welcome back, Hazz family, to another fire YouTube video. It's your two favorite brothers, Tre
and Jay.
And we're talking about Cold War.
And there's a lot to talk about here. We're gonna discuss our thoughts, our impressions, you know, how we feel about skill-based matchmaking as well.
Hate it.
So where do we start?
Let's start off with the basic parts.
Okay.
How does the game feel?
In my personal opinion, I feel that it feels amazing.
Okay.
Movement, crispy. Me personally, I feel like I'm back at home.
Okay.
And I say that because when I put in a lot of hours in Black Ops 4, in custom games, and in Blackout, and in public matches.
Okay.
So I became very familiar with the movement, and playing Cold War, I felt exactly just like it was BO4. I like the slide mechanics. I like also the sprint animation.
Yeah.
I like the sprint animation, how it, like, you see your player initiate the sprint. I like that. I believe slide canceling, they said, was going to get patched, like they were going to fix it. But
it's a little too it's snappy. It's
man,
very snappy.
Like, and the thing is, if you turn on auto sprint, you can go right into another slide, like at any time.
I didn't know that.
I was doing something.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
It was on Saturday.
But that actually makes sense though, because as soon as you hit up, it's like you're on the first.
It initiates a run, like the first 2 frames.
Yeah, like the first you're in like the first 5 or 7 frames. The first, if you sprint, you're in the first like 5, 7 frames. You're able to go right back into it. That makes sense.
And then there was also some crazy little slide mechanic that I'm pretty sure has been brought to the devs' attention. So for everybody that's seen that video that knows what I'm talking about, you guys don't have to worry. I'm pretty sure it's going to get patched. But
that was you know, man, that was. I'm happy that nobody caught on to it.
That would have been wild.
Yes, I'm happy nobody caught on to it until like the last day.
Literally the last day, yeah.
Because if that mechanic was in the game, you would have dudes literally standing at the doorway waiting for you, slide on your dumb ass, and then hit you with a beam, bro.
But also, let's talk about the gunplay. What are we thinking?
I thought the first initial game, as soon as we shot them guns, I said, "Ooh, oh, this ain't BO4.
Little noticeable recoil?
I was like, yeah, this is definitely MW's recoil, because the guns have a very noticeable recoil. And it's not like how MW's recoil is. MW's recoil, it's funny how the game shooting feels like Cold War's gameplay feels fast, like really quick, fast, like you gotta be like this. Then MW feels more like take your time, walk, crouch, but then there's recoil when you're crouching while you still. It's weird. It's such a weird thing. Like both games have the same recoil, like very strong recoil if you don't put the right attachments on your gun. But they have different feels to how the recoil behaves though. Like in this game in Cold War, I felt like the recoil is not too overbearing, but it was like a lot harder to shoot further shots, like distance shots than it is. And it's so weird. I cannot explain it.
I felt that with the XM4, honestly.
Yes,
like,
it was hard. It was hard to shoot. Yeah. Wait, was that? Were you using iron sight or using dot sights?
I actually experimented a lot with both. I experimented with iron sights, with the dot sight and the holographic sight, and I felt like for me the holographic sight felt more comfortable.
It had the little baby zoom, right? Like the little small 1.5?
Okay. It felt more comfortable for me. But also, I started to also catch my groove with the recoil pattern as well. Right. But I feel like with Cold War, if you really want to shoot from distance, like shoot from range, you're going to have to build your gun accordingly to do that, but you're going to also suffer with the sprint out speed, ADS speed. Like, I do like that they really made you feel the penalties for your attachments this year. Rather as an MW, it's like there's a penalty and you see on your chart like that your mobility is all the way down, but we all know like it's really not. Like, it's actually not.
I feel like another like great addition to the game is the fact that you can't just hold trigger and just hit somebody.
That's true.
Because like that's one of the biggest problems with MW is that if somebody is a lesser player and they're shooting from a distance, a lot of times they have to just hold trigger. Amos is going to do the rest of the work for them and kind of like track you. In this game, because the movement is so snappy and because you can immediately spread out something and slide and get right behind cover, it makes it harder for you to kind of like counterbalance the recoil from a distance and kill that person, because you gotta really focus on your shots. Like you have to keep them in. And so I would say that one of the best things about the game is how movement and how gun recoil makes it harder for you to be a better player. And the EKIAs definitely kick in, because a lot of times
I will gladly one tap somebody. I will gladly just go ahead and just
give me that.
Let me just tap you real quick. Hey, can you finish that for me? Let me just get that kill.
Yo,
EKA. I don't care what nobody says. Me personally,
give me that
when it comes
10%,
to EKIAs, I'm on the fence of let me get that EKIA, bro.
When I'm out there shooting,
let me get that EKIA. I'm trying to get this war machine. I'm trying to get this attack chopper. I'm trying to be in my bag.
Me shooting is like paying ties. Just give me that 10%. You know what I mean? Let me get that. Let me get that EKIA, baby.
Okay, so question. How did you feel about the no flinch mechanic implemented in Cold War?
Didn't like it. Let me tell you why. Because even for me, I'm a bot sniper. So when I was sniping, you guys saw it in 2 videos, I was able to put together quite a few
nice
clips,
snipes.
like quite a few nice snipes. And for somebody that's coming to the game and you're able to snipe like that, no.
Speaking of which, actually, how did you feel about the snipers?
I thought they were. They were OD. You're talking to somebody who does not snipe.
Okay. Because I didn't actually snipe like that in the beta. So what would you think?
When I tell you sniping is one,
I was definitely getting bodied by them though. Was it really that easy?
Man, satellite in the sands.
Was it really that easy?
Yes, it's that easy. It is literally
because they got buffed
simple.
For the alpha for them to test data, and they're going to get nerfed like in the actual beta and the full game. But what did it feel like having that, all that bullet velocity, all that power in your hand?
I felt like it's too strong. Like they're too strong. Like they're stronger than it's too strong. The best way for me to compare is in BO4 the Koshka versus the Pally.
Okay.
The Koshka was hit marker, hit marker, hit marker. It would take 3 bullets. The Pally, I think only took 2.
I feel like
that's the difference.
I feel like with the Pally and the Kosh though, the Kosh suffered in damage but increased in fire rate. Whereas with the Pally, you had you had low fire rate, high damage.
Can I say every sniper rifle felt like
even
the Paladin?
Oh really?
Both the Tundra and the, I forgot what the other one was called.
Yeah, I forgot.
Both of them, I think I forgot what it was called. Both of them felt like the Paladin. I mean, when you hit your target, it didn't matter. I shot somebody in the foot and killed him.
Wow.
He jumped off the building and I caught his foot and he died. Now, it's supposed to be 1-shot kill up in the chest, but I was literally just hitting people, in weird spots and still getting 1-shot hit kills. And honestly, the hip fire on that thing is broken. Bro, you can hip fire somebody from like...
With a sniper?
From like 5 to 10 yards, you can hip fire them. As long as you're pointing that direction.
Oh, wait, never mind. I know what you're talking about.
I got this. There was this one person that just was hip firing me. From between 5 to 10 yards, he's hip firing and quick. But the quick scope, it was like the quick scope was so before he even gets in, he's already firing and it's hitting dead center. How? But there's no flinch. You get shot. There's no flinch. There was no like the bullets weren't like going all over the place with hip firing, and also too like when you do snipe, I was not holding my breath. There's no reason to hold your breath.
I did hear you keep mentioning that a lot.
There's no reason to hold your breath because the sway is it is such a stable sway. By the time you look in, those first 1 second to 2 seconds, the sway is like it's barely. In MW, if you lock in big, you be like, you know what I mean? Like where's he holding the gun on his shoulder? Like Jesus Christ. Like no, in this game it does not. The gun does not sway. It kind of like it barely moves a little bit, and you can still kind of like just a little nudge.
Fine print it.
Yeah, just a little nudge, just a little one nudge, and then headshot. I got one for you.
Okay.
Map design. What was your favorite map?
If I was to rank the maps, my personal opinion, it's Moscow, Satellite, Miami, and. Before anybody in the comments section tries to say, oh, you're just not good at the game. Excuse me, I was actually putting up numbers on all 3 maps.
Yeah, you were. And
modes. Hardpoint, dominant,
kill confirmed, team deathmatch.
rocking.
Yep.
But Miami just really like the first match we played, first ever. Like I felt good about it. Like I felt like okay, Miami actually might be nice. Like
Yeah, I
Miami
did
might be
too.
good.
I thought I liked it at first.
But the way people played Miami literally was so different than Moscow and Satellite. And you could have literally been in the exact same lobby to where you could play the exact same lobby in Moscow. Everybody's running around. The map is flowing smoothly. You're seeing dots on the radar. Like everything is playing accordingly.
Yep.
You play them on Miami. Everybody is camping in buildings,
Yep.
on the scaffold, on the balcony. Where the hotel is,
that is the
other balcony,
spots.
where the pool is, where beachside is, and it's like, fam,
Where ADOM is, and the balcony coming from CDOM, those two spots right there are such. If you take those two spots,
power positions.
They are power positions. If you have ADOM, you can't B.
I am going.
If you have CDOM, you can't B.
I want to lie though. That little diving board actually did.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can literally bounce off that, bro.
I did it. I did it like once or
Man,
twice.
somebody gave me so much yick off that diving
You're
board.
lying, bro. Nah. Say so, bro.
He bounced off the diving board, turned and hit me on the I was right on the balcony coming back. I didn't even see the man. That man bounced up, turned and looked at me. All I felt was shit. I said, oh, come on, man.
Was this on stream?
Yep. But nobody saw it because, you know.
So of all your deaths to bring up,
It was no different from any other
so
yick I was getting.
no. So of all deaths, why you ain't bring that one up?
Because I'm not going to embarrass myself like that.
Why not?
Because now it's just myth. You don't know if it's true or not. You got to take my word for it.
We streamed it Friday and Saturday. What stream was it? Saturday?
I can't.
Was it Saturday?
I don't know. You would have to
Was it
go back and
Saturday?
watch. Go back and watch.
Okay, now let's get down to the nitty gritty, bro.
We just talked about the core stuff of the game. What's the verdict?
If I was to rate the Black Ops Cold War Alpha out of 10,
What are you giving it?
I would have to give it about a 7.5.
I would have to go lower than that.
Really? Me personally, I would have to say a 7.5 for the simple fact
The first
that,
day.
Well, for me,
Go off the first day before they boosted the skill based matchmaking.
Okay.
First day before Hardpoint got in there because the game felt completely different before they put Hardpoint in. Go off
Very
that.
true.
Go off, but the time before that.
if we're going off first day, then I'm going to give it about an 8.5, because I actually really enjoyed the Black Ops Cold War Alpha before they implemented Hardpoint in, and I really love Treyarch's movement. Like me personally, I am a fan of Treyarch's movement to the death. Like the fact that you can slide, the slide is so abrupt, and you feel like you can actually slide out of people's bullets.
Yes.
Like you can maneuver around the maps. Like I feel like Moscow was the closest thing to 3 lanes that we've had in a while.
It is.
And that's why I feel like Moscow thrived so much and everybody enjoyed it, because you knew exactly where you were going and what you were getting into. If you went mid, you already knew that somebody was going to be on that head glitch or probably looking at you down the escalator. If you went left, you already knew, and I felt like everybody felt comfortable in Moscow. Whereas Miami, it was cars to hide behind, it was balconies, it was like, I'm playing MW.
It was a lot of little spots to hide in.
It's like MW.
There's a lot of spots to hide in Miami. I'm not gonna lie. There's like when you're coming from ADOM and you go right and you're trying to go to the bar.
Right.
There's those little areas in the parking lot to hide in
Why
a corner.
are you there?
Then there's areas from before that. There's like an area like right where you jump over and go to the middle. You can hide in that corner and wait for people. There's like a lot of areas where you have to check it, but when you check it, there's somebody that's up there at the top,
looking
and you're like,
down at you,
oh,
somebody
bruh, I gotta
behind you.
check that though.
And the thing is, it was only 6v6, but at some point when you're playing that slow, it feels like it's like, bro, I'm playing like I have to be playing like 2 or 3 people. Like, excuse me, there's no way I'm playing 6 people and nobody's moving. Like I feel like if they're gonna implement Miami, it has to be 10v10. It has to be.
Miami has to be 10v10.
Has to be 10v10, maybe 12v12, maybe, but 10v10 for sure, because that map is way too big for 6v6. But even the day after, when they added Hardpoint and we all felt like skill-based matchmaking was touch, I still gotta, I'm still going with a high rating. I still am going to stick with my 7.5 because at this point, I've played Modern Warfare for a whole year. So it's like, I've dealt with, and not to mention, I've dealt with skill-based matchmaking and advanced warfare.
According to Call of Duty, for years you've been.
Because apparently, skill-based matchmaking was even in Black Ops 2. It could have been. It could have not been. But me personally, most of my lobbies were fairly easy. Right. You know, there occasionally you had that 1 or 2 players that really was trying to do something, and then they start getting bodied and then they quit, so on and so forth.
Yep.
But the matchmaking in the Cold War Alpha,
Jesus Christ,
my Lord, it was like it felt like a switch was literally turned on, because every time the game mode said hardpoint, you were playing for $50,000 in a CDO championship. There's no way you can convince me otherwise. You telling me in a free alpha where you don't need PlayStation Plus, none of that. It's free to download for everybody.
Yeah.
There was no casual players on there.
No call matches.
And let me first say, I'm a very good player at the game, and I've been playing COD for years. And even from my perspective, I don't want to body people all day. That's not fun.
I want to have my competitive
matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Occasionally, often, where you get into where we run it 5 deep, 6 deep, and you go up against a 5-stack, 6-stack, and it's just who's better. I love those type of games. But every game, I'm not trying to play for $50,000.
Let's put it this way.
Like, I'm sorry. That's just not me.
The best example I can give you guys is, imagine going to 24-hour fitness.
Oh, yeah.
And you lift weights. You're trying to get your body in shape. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. You go in the gym and you see James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Hello.
And you're like,
with the hoodie on.
What?
I just came in here to get some shots up. I just came to get some shots up.
I wanted to run a couple of games. Like,
I was trying to get some shots in game. I'm trying to get some reps in.
Why is Drew Holiday here? Why is Rajon? Why are there pro players? Why is Pat Bev here?
Why am I getting full court
You
press?
get on, and the person guarding you is Patrick Beverly. You're like, fam, bro, listen, I'm not trying to come in here and play like that. I just want to come in here, run a couple games, have a little fun, shoot some shots, play casually, laugh a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Like,
run around a little bit.
You like, okay, I had to really get in my sweat bag. I had to really try to play hard. You know, we had a rough day. I had a rough day because, now you come back the second day. The second day you come back, you see more pros in here. Why is the whole starting lineup for the Rockets here? So you're telling me everybody on the Thunder is here today? Why is Chris Paul here? Then you're like, okay, bro, I just want to run a pickup. And they're like, you know what? Hey, we got Chris Paul here. We got to say, hey, if you're trying to run, go ahead and run. All right, I'll run. And Chris Paul got you in a box.
Full court?
Full court. Now, you scoring, but you ain't scoring like that. You scoring off like screens. Because that's
really what it feels like.
But the only difference is that Jay and I are prepared for it. That's the only difference, that we're actually prepared to play like that.
Now the thing is,
but you don't want to do that all day.
The thing is, though, is that, like, shout out to my guy Scump. Me and Trey and I watched his video yesterday, and I completely agree with his opinion on skill-based matchmaking.
He shouldn't have had to apologize. I'm just gonna be honest.
My man literally is a world champion on the competitive scene in COD. Right. So everybody is so quick to tend to the casuals, but it's like, okay, so what about your core base? Like, what about your actual OG fans of the game that have been playing your game for years, that play it at a high level, and are the reason why your game is popular? Like,
and you heard what he said, right? He has to play
He plays competitive for 4 to 6 hours.
He said, I have to play to get a video. To get a good video.
To get a good gameplay. One good gameplay.
This is one good gameplay. Player saying this. To get one gameplay, he has to play for hours.
2 to 3 at least.
To get one gameplay. Because Cold War was so sweaty. Everybody you played against, from the top to the bottom of the scoreboard.
Bunny hop, knew how to jump.
Bunny hop.
Didn't miss at all.
Don't miss.
All right, bro.
Already pre-firing, throwing grenades, throwing down the proximity mines.
How many stun grenades did you get hit by in one game?
Bro, there was one time where me and you was stuck in that. We were playing Moscow. No, not Moscow. We were playing Satellite, and we were stuck in that little area.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They threw like 4 stun grenades, stunned both of us, came around us, and literally flank shot from front and bro. I mean,
they had to have practiced that. Like, there's no way. And don't get me started on an actual lobby of decent snipers.
And it was only me, you. It was CJ left.
Man, it was me, you, Solo, and
CJ,
Rambo.
You, I, and Solo. It was just you, I, and Solo, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And so now, mind you, we have two. We have if it's only us three, right? And Solo's not a sweaty player. He wants to have fun. Solo has his great matches, but Solo just wants to have fun. Now, Jay and I, we will be sweaty because we don't have an issue with that. But it's a difference between sweaty, and then actually feeling like you're competing. It's hard for us to do our funny comedy because we have to actually sit down. If a pro player is telling you, I have to sit here and I have to actually lean forward, get my Nick Merck action on, with just and play forward because I can't.
Every game.
You can't play like this.
Every game,
you cannot, after they patched it and put in hard point, if you tried to play like this, I dare you to try to play like this, lay back. Ain't gonna happen.
Hard point?
You will play like this.
Shoot.
See, dude, when I tell you, we were getting quick scoped by, there was one person, I think their name was like McDonald or something like that.
No, his name, no, it wasn't Mustang.
No, not Mustang.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was in that same lobby.
They were quick scoping
us up.
Everyone. They was quick scoping, pre-shooting. They were literally hip before you came across the corner. They were already hip firing before you came across the corner.
That man was effing us up. If you shot at him and you missed, you were instantly dead.
You were dead.
Instantly dead.
Instantly dead.
Like, I genuinely felt that every gunfight I got into, like playing the Cold War Alpha, no gunfight was guaranteed that you were going to win. Because even if you were going to shoot somebody in their back, they were going to turn on you, slide, jump. Bruh, like, fam.
Dude, there was dudes doing.
This is an alpha. Like, who are you trying to win?
There was dudes doing pro techniques. If you threw a grenade, if you threw a grenade, they were picking them up and throwing them back. Listen, it was so like.
Fam, I got hit by so many nades.
I got hit by nade
out my spawn. Like, who the fuck threw that?
Yes, it was.
Like, man,
if you were in satellite and you were in the sands.
Oh Jesus!
You were having a battle against Formal, against Wuskins, Dashy, Crimsix, Clayster. I mean, it was a snipe. If you were inside, listen, you could only miss once. If you missed the second time,
you're dead.
You were, and then I'm gonna tell y'all how good these dudes were. Bitch, there was one time I had my head like this. Biz, I had my head like this on the sandstorm. This man, fine printed, locked on, hit me dead center, right? Justin, there is a sandstorm. There's a whole.
So there was no barrier.
There's a whole loop. He hit this. He hit this. This little baby part right here.
With ease?
With ease.
With ease. Like, it was instant. Like, he didn't have to, like...
No!
Like,
he just, as soon as he pulled... Bro, it was like a quick scope. He pulled in, boom. I said, this, I get this. I get this. Bitch, my head looking like the hand from the Addams Family. I get this. Okay? Get your jack-o'-lantern head ass out of here. But this, come on. In conclusion, Cold War Alpha, it was a pretty good alpha. Besides skill-based matchmaking, before they put in skill-based matchmaking, I thought the alpha was really good. I thought it was like an 8. But once the skill-based matchmaking came in, it took away all the fun in the game. It made it to where we had to play a certain way, and that's what we're trying to get to. When you're playing in a sweaty match, you can no longer just run around and just try to go get kills with your homies and laugh. No, you have to play a certain way. You have to hold all the the choke points. You have to hold certain areas. You have to keep certain buildings. You have to sit there and kind of camp low key. You gotta play
corners.
You have to play a certain way that requires for you to be honed in. To be like, you can't listen to music, can't do anything. You have to sit up and you gotta communicate with your teammates and you gotta talk. Because what happens is you start getting killed from behind and your teammate just died, but he didn't say nothing. And now you get killed. Now you gotta spawn. Now you gotta go. Now you gotta get that point back. And now it's even harder to get that point back than what it was the first. So now you kind of get mad at your teammate. Like, why didn't you say something? But you shouldn't feel like that. I should be able to just get on and play and be like, yo, hey, we just gonna vibe. We're gonna run around the map recklessly and just have fun. But when you play up against CDL amateurs, it's not, you have to play a certain way if you want to win. And that way is not the way that we want. I'm not trying to play comp every day.
When I tell y'all, like, SBMM is really deep and gets surgical.
Yep.
Like, it's a lot that goes into skill-based matchmaking that will question the average player and make him feel he's not good.
And you are.
Like, there are people that have been playing COD for years, since COD 2, Call of Duty Big Red 1, and literally have played Modern Warfare and question
if they're good or not.
Do I still got it? Like, am I still good? Like, when I tell you MW even humbled me,
Yep.
Cold War low-key humbled me, because I was like, bro, like, man, there was some match where, like, bro, am I actually good?
Am I actually as good as I
am I actually as good as I think I am? Like, it's like, I shouldn't have to deal with that. So it's like, you know, for the casuals, okay, not every casual wants to play every sweaty. Okay, that's fine. Not every sweaty wants to play sweaties all the time either.
No.
So I feel like it should be an even balance. Like, there should be, if it's 6 people to a team, 3 of them should be good, 3 of them shouldn't.
Even Mortal Kombat gives you bots.
Or depending on the lobby, 2 of them are good, 4 of them aren't. Like, it should be a balance.
Even even if you play a fighting game, even fighting game gives you bots. Even pro players, when they play Mortal Kombat, they get bots on stream, and they're like, yo, that's when they're like talking to the chat, having fun. And then like when they get a sweaty, that's when they get back into the sweat mode, like they go back to concentrating. But in this now, in shooters now, there's no such thing as being able to listen to music and just vibing. You cannot in Call of Duty now, you cannot just listen to music and just vibe with your homies. And like, you know what, like
there's no such thing as taking a game off. No such thing.
Thank y'all for watching the video, man. If you guys haven't done it already, make sure y'all hit that like button and then hit that subscribe button, and then comment.
Tell them to hit the like button again.
And then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And then drop a comment.
Make sure you also turn on post notifications. Click that bell. Make sure you hit all of them.
Yep.
Not personalized. Hit all of them.
All.
That way, whenever anything we post.
Yep.
Wow. Hitting any and all devices, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you haven't already, make sure you tell friend or family member you love them, customers over promise. Link to the 2nd channel, 3rd channel in the description. Anything else?
Nope. Love all you guys. Kick off first, stay blessed. That's TreAndJ.